Ken version of Xavier here with your weekly update. We tied Xavier up so he could take a break from writing and work. This is his week-long work from that kind of thing to wind down and recuperate. So he's over there tied up in the corner. And Ken version, the Barbie version, teleported from a franchise, has come to meet you with my shades of glorious pink and retroactive silver. So, weekly update. All joking aside, I'm surprised I did that kind of with the straight face-ish. So, I actually just mind transferred from the corner here. I'm back. I'm the real Xavier. Weekly update. Doran, main whip, work in progress. This is still a work in progress, but the draft is not. Bing, 101%. It is finished. This draft is finished completely. And because it's 101%, I'm going to smack it out of the way. That means that I actually went 2,000 words over my intended word count estimation, which was 200,000. I intended to write a book that was longer than Aragon, which is 157,000 if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't realize that until I was about 190,000. So, yeah, it's a big book, and I'm dreading having to cut off a lot more because I think it's way too long for what it needs to be. But we finished at June 27th at 5:29 a.m. in the morning. You can see that very moment when I wrote the end and grinned like an idiot over on my YouTube channel in the video I wrote like Brandon Sanderson for a week, or maybe I'll put a short up with that. So go check that out. Awesome. And we have more YouTube news later in this video. So finished that book, and I both feel relieved and terrifyingly lost. So this project was something that it took forever to draft, simply because it was one of my darlings. I tried to slaughter it, and I brutally tortured my characters for sure, as well as my own psychology, but my prayers have been answered. It is finished by God's will. Well, I mean, probably not, like, I don't know, theologically, how does that work? I can't speak today. Okay, but they did. My youth group figured this out somehow. Thank you, people, for setting this up. And they shot me with confetti when I was walking to one of their events, and handed me a trophy. So they gave me this trophy, which is a little spoon trophy, and it says 101% because I got to 101%. And the spoon is actually, I didn't notice this until I was in the car driving home later. I was like, oh, I don't know if this was intentional, but it's literally, it matches part of the description of one of the spoons in the book. And the reason it's a spoon is because I have this character. He's kind of more goofy for the serious childlike fantasy. It's kind of like Harry Potter and Stormlight Archive. So it's like, if you want to read Stormlight Archive, if you want your kids to read it, but aren't there yet, you like give them something a little bit more mellow. So this is that bridge. And what's going on here is the spoon. I have a character named Jorn, who is the god of spoons, little G god of spoons, and so that's why it's a spoon, because that spoon is actually in his possession, and it is actually referenced in another story of mine that is not yet in the public domain. But there are more utensil deities in this world. As I said, I mentioned them, and there's another utensil deity in this pantheon named Vorlik. So he is the god of forks, and he is not in Doran, this main whip, which we finished. Yay, confetti. But I can do it out of my hand, actually, right? Confetti. But he is in Chess. So Chess Weekly Update, my co-authorship, which I'm loving doing. It's been really fun, and I'm definitely the one tagging along because the co-author is like, I got this, and they definitely do. I'm like, I'm sorry, I wrote 3 words in it because I was in finishing drive trying to finish this. Now I can write more, but we are at Bing 59%, so 0 progress for me at least. I haven't checked on their end this week. So now I can devote more time to that, and hopefully we can blaze through it. Feeling very good about the characters and everything else. So there is a YouTube celebration thing, as I mentioned earlier, which I actually was surprised that I signed in to start creating this video. And I opened the YouTube page to kind of get ready to launch this after I'd filmed it, before I'd filmed it. And I realized we got 1,000. You wish, Savior. We got 100 subscribers. So actually, I never even hoped to really get to this point. So everything's kind of coming together in this one. All of my prayers are being like answered at the same time as it's all coming to a conflagration, and this one weekly update where I both finished something that was a far-fetched goal, really, an expectation that would never be met, with YouTube 100 subscribers, and with Doran at 101%. So all of these things have conflagrated. We have the climax of weekly updates for the next probably few months, maybe even years. Yeah, years for sure. So that is our weekly update. So yeah, check out my channel, sign up for my email list. My email list is still a little bit lacking, but maybe we can help that and raise the bar and make this a even greater conflagration. So without further ado, keep writing, keep watching, hopefully, and blessings.